Hello, welcome to SmartWeb Solutions. Have you ever wondered how a website are hosted on the internet? If you're a beginner looking for an affordable hosting solution, then a shared server might be the right choice for you. In this video, I will explain what a shared server is, how it works, and when you should use it. Now, before we dive in, if you are visiting this channel for the first time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell so that you get to be notified as we upload new videos. Now, what is a shared server? A shared server is a type of web hosting where multiple users uses the same server resources. So think of you renting an apartment in a big building where you'll be sharing the space, you'll be sharing the electricity bill and the water with your neighbors. So now all these resources are gadgets for that apartment you build. So the resources on that apartment where you are sharing with your neighbors. So this is similar to a shared server. All users or all websites that are hosted on that server are sharing resources on that particular server. So resources like the CPU, the memory, the bandwidth, and others, and of course the IP address of that particular server is being shared across other users on that particular servers. So how does this shared server work? When you purchase a shared hosting plan, your website is stored on a server along with other websites. Then SmartWeb Nigeria Limited have a server and they ensure that all sites runs smoothly. This makes the hosting an easy and cost-effective option for new beginners. And then of course, if you as a new beginner having your website on the shared resources or on the shared environment, you have other features like bandwidth limit. The bandwidth are given to you or allocated to your resources or allocated to your hosting on monthly basis. So they are resources which you manage the traffic on your website. So we'll also look at the advantages and disadvantages of this server or this shared hosting. So the first we'll be looking at is the cost effective. It is very efficient, it is very affordable to use the shared hosting. It's very cheaper. So you can use it here in SmartWeb Nigeria Limited. If you want to use our shared hosting, you go to this hosting, click on the Linux shared hosting or the Windows shared hosting. So you will see different packages of this particular shared server. So we have the list is 23,000 we have, that's the starter package, and the highest is the corporate package, which goes for 70,000 naira a year. So it is very efficient, affordable. Then another advantage we'll be looking at is it has no technical maintenance. So you don't need to have a technical know-how to maintain the shared server. And of course, it is easy to set up. So many providers offer a one-click installation, just as we did here in SmartWeb. Whenever you sign up in with our shared hosting, you'll be having a Subtaculous on your control panel. So from the Subtaculous, you can click and install your WordPress, your Joomla, and other CMS script. It is very easy to do that. So after looking at the advantage, we of course look at the disadvantages of using this shared server. So one of the disadvantages of using this shared server is the shared IP. Whenever you are on the resident environment, resident on the shared environment, you'll be having a single IP to share with other neighbors or other websites on that particular environment. So when an IP is blacklisted for either spamming or any malicious activities on the internet, so if that IP is blacklisted, so it's going to affect all residents on that environment. All other accounts that are using that IP are also going to be affected. If it is for spamming, once the IP is blocked, then it will also affect the functionality of your own email as well. So another disadvantage is the limited resources. Since there are multiple users on that environment or on that shared server, they have limited resources. Whenever you have a high traffic on one site, then it's going to affect the functionality of other sites as well. If a particular account is having a high traffic, so that traffic is going to slow down the performance of other websites on that particular server. So if your expectation is to have a higher traffic on your website, so I would advise you go for a BPS or a dedicated server, because this server is not for you anymore. Then another disadvantage is less control. You do not have the root access, which limit customization option. So root access, that's the SSH. We don't give SSH to our shared client on the shared server, so only give root access to our dedicated server and BPS, unless if we see your request is necessary for us to give you this access. Then another disadvantage is the security risks. If one site on the server get hacked, then others could be affected. Of course, it will affect, or it can be easily penetrated, because they are sharing virtually the same resources, the same IP, same configuration and others. So once an account is being compromised, then there is a tendency to have another compromise on that particular server, because they can easily penetrate. Next, what we'll be looking at is shared server hosting right for you as a new beginner, or you as a personal blogger, or you who own a small business, or you as a portfolio. A shared server is of course a great option for you. However, if you are expecting a high traffic, or you need an advanced customization, then you want to consider a BPS or a dedicated hosting for this matter. Then how do you get started with the shared hosting? Getting started, you of course know, is very easy here in SmartWeb. You just need to go to our website smartweb.com.ng, go to hosting, then click on the Linux shared hosting or the Windows shared hosting, as you can see on this page, to select your preferred hosting. So if you are using the Linux, if you want to use the Linux, then you click on the Linux, and then it will take you to this page where you see different packages. Select the package you want and then click on order, make your payment. But before you do that, you need to check on the specifications. Check on all the specifications you have on a particular hosting or on a particular package. If it is okay for you, then you can place order for it, make your payment, register your domain, or connect an existing domain name if you have already. Then our SmartWeb admins will access it, and then they will activate and give you your login credentials. Once your login credentials are being sent to you, then you can use it and then log into your control panel, upload your website, and then you have your content online after upload. So this marks the end of this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and then hit on the notification bell as we upload new videos. See you some other time. Have a nice day.